Hey everybody, it's the Aries 1999 coming back at you with another video. Last time we went over further character expansion, and this time we're going to be going over activity in between adventures. Now, your character of course won't always be out on adventures. Sometimes he or she will just be living somewhere. Perhaps due to the nature of the gameplay that you're doing, your character has a regular living area, like the king you works for gives you room and board at his castle. In most cases, it's up to you to determine how you're going to take care of yourself. If you want, you can choose to use the gold from your adventures to live off of. If you choose to do so, there are some associated expenses, and they are often as follows. The least expensive is living a squalid lifestyle. That means that you pay 1 silver a day and you get very unstable conditions with hardly enough food. To live a poor lifestyle, the cost is 2 silver a day, and your basic needs are met, but you might be in some bad area. Modest lifestyle is 1 gold a day. These are clean conditions and secure housing. You could live a comfortable lifestyle and spend 2 gold per day. You live in a good part of town and you have nice conditions. Wealthy is 4 gold every day, and you have a high quality place to live. You may have a few servants and you're living quite well. And then living an aristocratic lifestyle is 10 gold every day. You're living fabulously though, you have the best housing, food, and equipment, and you may have several servants that work for you. And these are just general estimates. Some places may have more or less expensive costs of living. In between adventures, your character may choose to maintain some career. This career should be based off of your background, class, or skill proficiencies. Work with your DM to decide what kind of job you may have. Spellcasters could make a good living selling services such as healing or magically created food, or you could use this magic to just live off of it and care for yourself. What's more is that if your character owns a house or has access to one, such as a relative's, then you won't have to pay as much to maintain a certain lifestyle. And your time in between adventures might be spent traveling on a ship to go to a new location, and as such, your living expenses will probably be factored into the cost of the trip. And another thing is that if your character has proficiency in the survival skill, he or she can also just choose to live off in the woods if you want. You could also try to make something during your time in between quests. If you're proficient in a set of tools, then you can make an item, be it a painting or a piece of armor. The cost for the supplies of the item is equal to only half of the item's total market price. Now, the cost of the item determines how long you're going to have to work on it for. Each person working on it adds 5 gold in value to the project per day, and once the gold value reaches the item's market value price, then the item will be completed. Let's say, for example, that you and 2 other friends want to make a great axe. Each of you must be proficient in the smith's tools. Now, since the item costs 30 gold, and you each contribute 5 gold's worth of work per day, then it will only take 2 days to complete, and the supplies will only cost 15 gold. And this is of course assuming that you have access to all of the needed tools and materials in order to make the item. You could also use this time to advance your character with research and training. You may have access to some books that you can pore over, or perhaps a group of people with well-kept secrets. There could be some skill checks involved with this. You may have to make an intelligence check to find a specific piece of information, a wisdom check to understand something that you've read, or a charisma check in order to get someone to tell you that secret. Afterwards, you may gain access to something that you can use to point you in the direction of your next adventure. For training, you can learn a new language or become proficient with a new set of tools. Now, this process takes 250 days, and you have to spend 1 gold every day. What's more is that you will also need someone who can teach you the skill. After the training, you gain the new skill or proficiency. If your training is interrupted for some reason, your DM may decide that what you did learn with your training is still helpful. For instance, if you're studying Elvish, then you may be able to read it slowly and understand it somewhat when spoken. For a set of tools, it could be that you could make a lower quality item than what you were trying for. Well, that's pretty much all for now. Next time we're going to be going over dungeon exploration. Until then, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell me what you think down in the comments section. Bye!